Let me tell you, if you are not a conspiracy theorist by now, let me tell you, if you are not a conspiracy theorist by now, let me tell you, if you are not a conspiracy theorist by now, it's because
you are not intelligent.
They wasn't ready for this back then. They probably not ready for it now. Those that sleep forever gonna be sleep. Those that woke, woke.
Yo soy la reencarnación de Tupac Amaru.
Wait, what?
De Tupac Amaru.
Tupac.
Yo soy la reencarnación de Tupac Amaru.
That's lit.
De Tupac Amaru.
Gang. Each one takes time to succeed. This one is dedicated for the children of the sun. Each one takes time to succeed. This one is dedicated for the children of the sun.
They sold us the illusion of democracy and freedom. Now they worry that my music has the power of healing. Unleashing all the demons fed through TV and through lies. They rule by secrecy, why do you think justice blind?
Each one takes time to succeed. This one is dedicated for the children of the sun. Each one takes time to succeed. This one is dedicated for the children of the sun.
They sold us the illusion of democracy and freedom. Now they worry that my music has the power of healing. Unleashing all the demons fed through TV and through lies. They rule by secrecy, why do you think justice blind?
Each one takes time to succeed. This one is dedicated for the children of the sun. Each one takes time to succeed. This one is dedicated for the children of the sun.
That's right. We back on live on the airwaves here on YouTube and reaching out to wherever in the world on this realm that you may be, where you got some type of internet connection, electricity, and all the doodads that one needs, you know what I mean, to be connected. You know, I am your humble servant here broadcasting from the Society of Luminaries. And good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to you, wherever in the world you may be. If you're tapping in and you're watching live, or you catching the replay or the rerun, it's all good. The thing is to produce some content that might wake up some lions, wake up some scholars, wake up people that are asleep. Maybe not everyone, because not everyone is going to be interested in certain topics, but for those that caught your eye, caught your attention, I pray that the Most High give me the words, the wisdom, the guidance to produce the knowledge necessary. Brother Vlad, I just seen you. What happened? There you go.
You see me, bro?
Yeah, we got brother. Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, man. I was having problems with this Bluetooth, man.
It's all good. We got brother Vlad tapping in, joining us on the live. He's somewhere on the highways and byways, living that trucker life. You know what I mean?
Shit, yeah. It's riding and shit, man. How's it going, my bro? Just got a little bit of time. Got to go and handle some business.
Every day is we got to get better in every way. You know what I mean? Every day we get better in every way. So, I remember when I was completely lost in the sauce, and I wanted to, improve and learn more and really know what everybody else knew, or at least the important people, the factors. But, I had to, start from I had to get it from the mud. Sometimes you got to start from scratch. And, I wasn't a reader of books. I had to force myself to read books. And, I noticed that some people still don't like to read. Also, I didn't like numbers. I thought I was bad with mathematics, but I was just brainwashed. I lied to myself. Now I force myself to do mental math. How are you, though?
Oh, I'm good, bro. Just, been watching a lot of conspiracies, I guess, driving. I can't read right now and get into
Right,
those
right,
things.
right.
So I just got to hear what people reading. And it seems like
No,
everybody's just distressed right now.
well, I
You
mean,
know,
look, man, like if we do a real analysis of history, people have always been distressed. You know what I'm saying? Like people always been on the edge of
yeah.
all kind of madness. You got to understand that certain people, certain families, they've been ruling the world for a long time. It's like they have a deeper understanding of how this realm really works and how it's meant to be run. You know what I'm saying? you know so it's just like kind of similar to like when, remember, we were talking about Pimpin and Hoin, right? And people from the outside, look at pimps like, how can they do that? How can they can't understand, like, how can a woman pay a man, what I mean, to have sex with other men, and they don't understand the mind control, the the all the things that go into it. So I'm just bringing that up as an analysis to some people from the outside looking in. They can't understand how something works. Meanwhile, the pimp knows exactly what they're doing, right? And the hoe is some hoes are happy hoes and some hoes are renegades, and that's just how the world turns.
Some renegade hoes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
you know
So basically, you got happy hoes and you got mad hoes right now going on, bro. You know what I mean?
right. And some people don't even know that they're hoes. Those are sometimes like the worst ones. You feel me? Because you're like you're living a lie. You think you're not a hoe, but actually you might be the biggest hoe. You know, that's like
I want to
not to,
laugh, but it sounds funny though. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
not to disrespect women in general. I don't want to have trigger anybody. But we're talking about you know
Humanity and shit. You know what I mean?
whores, you know what I mean? Like, they exist, they it is what it is, you know what I mean? Every woman is not a whore, you know what I'm saying? So what, a lot of people don't know the difference between a whore and a slut, you know what I mean? Sluts, they have sex because just to have sex with many men. They just don't care. They just, you know what I mean? While a whore is a prostitute, and to be a prostitute means that there has to be a transfer of some kind of currency, of money. You know what I mean? So the sluts are those girls in the neighborhood that they done had sex with Tom, Dick, and Harry. You know what I mean? But they haven't got a cup of noodle soup to
But
their name.
as
Go
far
ahead.
as populations, as far as the population, because we're talking about the humanity right now. We're talking about population, right?
Right.
They all
You know what I mean?
they all acting like hoes, right? 'Cause, you know what I mean? Because that's what I get, bro. When I see people, oh, I'm for the left or I'm for the right. Like you said to me, you all hoes, bro. You guys
Yeah,
are just like,
because
you know,
they're how they're locked into a certain side. Us over here, on the luminary side, on the righteous side, we want to walk the middle path. You feel me? We want to walk the correct path. We're not choosing sides. You feel me? We're not choosing red
exactly,
or blue. You know what I'm saying?
exactly. That's what I mean. You all hoes. Like I watched this channel, bro, called the Anti-Conquista, right? It's called Anti-Conquista.
Yeah.
And it's about like Hispanic people, right? They're like, against whatever, you know what I mean? The government, you know what I mean, has like, opponent, or like, ever since we got conquered, ever since the Americans got conquered. I don't even like saying we, bro, because I don't feel conquered, bro. My mind is free, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm a free thinker now, bro. So, but anyways, they push this whole, anti-government, anti-conquista, you know what I mean? They want to come back to the roots. But then they push that gay agenda, which I don't got nothing against the gays. Do you want to be gay? Go ahead, bro. But you are against anti-conquista, bro. That's one of the things that they brought to you. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't read anywhere that I don't know. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong, Romeo. But was they gay natives back in the day? You know what I mean? Because I know that would depopulate us more, right? That would bring our fucking population down, being because we ain't making children, bro. If we're doing that, right? So to be a real anti-conquista, you got to get rid of that belief too, bro. That it's okay to be, same sex type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that would depopulate your culture. I don't know. What you think? Because I'm human. I could be wrong.
I mean, I agree with you're saying for the most part that this gay agenda has gone way out of the hand. Part
Yeah.
of it is the Satanists, and part of it is how the Bible calls these the fake Jews the synagogue of Satan. That's
Oh,
why
yeah, in the New Testament. Yeah.
we have to. Well, who are these people? You see, that's why I don't really rock with these Christians, because many Christians, they've only read one book, or they've only read the New Testament, bro. So okay, they mention the synagogue of Satan. They mention the Pharisees. They mention in the Bible, right? They mention the Sadducees, right? You heard of them, the Sadducees?
Yeah.
Okay, so they mention these group of people, but that's all it is in the Bible. It's a mention. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. They,
somebody who's really curious, because that's the key for many people. You got to be curious. You feel me? Once you're curious, you ask yourself questions. That's why in English it's called I wonder. You know what I mean? And that's why the word wonderful is full of wonder, because when you start asking yourself questions like, I wonder this and I wonder that. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So who are these synagogue of Satan? Who are these Pharisees and the Sadducees? And then you go to other books and you try to, read upon them. So, in their I just seen some in the Talmud, or in the in their Jewish, the so-called Jews, because that's another thing that we don't know who is the real Jews, and everyone's claiming this name. I don't even care about the name or the people. You feel me? I just know it's all gang warfare. So it says that in the Talmud or something like that, they have 5 genders in there. They have the male, they have the female, then you have like the hermaphrodite. You see, a hermaphrodite, that's a real medical term. You feel me? That's a person that's born with both genitals. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's real. It happens in everything. You know what I mean? It happens even in the animal kingdom. It can happen.
In the
Bro,
animal kingdom, in the plant kingdom. So
yeah.
So see, we really need to have an open mind, and study all these topics. Like I told you before, a lot of brothers and sisters, they want to talk to you Bible talk, talk to you about the Bible, but they never read about biology. They never opened a chemistry book. They can't tell you what carbon is, what or any other chemical is. They can't tell you about minerals of the body, bro. The thing is, as above, so below. So let's study and let's control. Let's control the things that we can control, and things that we can't control. We can't control. Like
Exactly.
like what we're talking about now, bro. What them Jews is doing in Israel and around the world, we have no control over that. But you know what we can control? Look at this, for example. So this is I posted yesterday on Facebook, and I'm gonna read it to you because you say you can't. So it says, I don't know if you can see the picture, but this is
Okay.
this is Vatika. It says, where does the Vatican name gets its name from? Where does the Vatican get its name from? And it says
House of Serpents. No, Egypt. Where did they get that shit from?
So check it out. It says it is not a Latin or a Greek word. The Vatican, right? Vatican, right? The name predates Christianity. So before even Christianity was invented, this word, the roots of Vatican, and here it comes. It is derived from the name of the goddess Vatika, or how in an anglicized American or United States way, we would say Vatica. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Vatica, but in like ancient terms, it would be like Vatika. So it says about 3,000 years ago, the Etruscans. See, I don't know much about the Etruscans. I'm curious. I would have to go do some more research. Like, who is these Etruscans? You know what I mean? And what was they about? What did they bang? Did they bang on the beast, or were they banging for the beast? Like, I don't know that right now. See, I'm humble enough and I'm open enough to let the people know about that right now. It says that the Etruscans ruled the part of Italy where the Vatican stands today. All right. So
is that what's up? Okay.
So the Etruscans worshipped Vatika, the goddess of the underworld and death. See, that's very important right there. You know what I mean? Because you got to understand that there's people that we are part of the Most High. You know what I mean? We bang for the Most High and we bang on the beast. But you have to understand that there's a world of duality. You know, there's a law of duality. So as above will so below. So that means that who's the opposition? Well, the opposition is the ones who's gonna bang for the beast. You know what I mean? And the devil, that's another made up term. You feel me? Because if we're talking about 3,000 years ago, that word devil, you know what I mean? It didn't even exist. You know what I mean? And let alone the image of the devil, how we see it now, because somebody has to paint that. Go ahead.
What does devil mean, though? It means deceiver, right? A liar and shit. That's all it is. You know what I mean? It's just, it was actually a common word they use for somebody that lies to you, and then they turn into this. You know what I'm saying? It's it comes from the Greeks, bro, or Latin, some shit like that.
If you trip off a lot of, because bro, in the future, bro, the Christianity and all this, they might call that mythology. You feel me? Like yeah, you know, back in the day, they believed in the Jesus and the this, and that was their mythology because they moved on to another religion. That's a possibility. Just like in you know, back 1,000 years ago, you know, they believed in their gods. It truly believed, like Apollo and Zeus, and you know what I mean, or you sent me about the Popol Vuh. You feel me? So when the times that people were reading and believing in Popol Vuh, they didn't give a fuck about the modern religion today. They believed in their God, whoever it was in the Popol Vuh. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah, so like I said, just all matrices, bro. Just matrices. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
just,
but let's okay. So I agree. See, that's where understanding and overstanding comes from. Like, I understand with you, I agree with you. They're matrices, right? But overstanding is, bro, let's understand how matrices run. You feel me? So if we so choose to in the future, we run our own matrix. You dig?
Oh yeah.
So let me continue with this. It says one of her duties. We talking about the goddess of the underworld and death. What does underworld mean?
The underworld, what does it mean? Death?
The underworld basically means hell. Before the word hell existed, they would call it the underworld. You know what I mean? Okay. Hell is probably a Christian made up word. You know what I mean? Or we're going to call it hell. You know what I mean? Maybe. I got to look into more of the etymology of that. But before the word hell, just like before the word devil, right? You know, there was these things. So it was the underworld. And every underworld had their leader, which was like Satan in the Christianity. You got Loki in you know, the North religions, and you got, you know, we would have to look into the Mayan mythology, who was the, you know, the so-called bad guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's always a dark side in every culture.
Right. So this Vatika, one of her duties was to keep a watching eye and take care of those who had passed away, perhaps wetting their tongue with her finger in case they were thirsty. It says, the Vatican is a hill. This hill was consecrated to an Etruscan goddess called Vatika, deity of the underworld. In fact, in ancient times, this hill was outside the inhabited center of Rome and was used as a cemetery. It says Constantine, the Roman emperor, the first Holy Roman Catholic emperor, built on this hill, known as the Vatican Hill. A few centuries later, how long is a century? Oh, that's 100 years. So it says that here, a few centuries later, the papal palace was built. See, that's why I respect these. Even though they're the opposition, I respect them because look what it says, bro. A few centuries later. So either they know how to teach other people so they can continue the movement, which what we need to do, or they know how to transcend time, some kind of vampirism where they could just, continue to do this shit. Imagine if we had 300 years to do what we need to do. Don't you think we would fucking by some time learn how to get the shit together? Right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like if in our short lifetime, we've because we're starting to figure it out. You know it and I know it. We're starting to figure shit out. You see? Yeah. So imagine if we had, instead of just, supposedly 80 years to figure it out or whatever the fuck they say, imagine if we had 300 or 400 or 500 years to figure that shit out. So let me continue. So he said a few centuries later, the papal palace was built. Vatika also has several other associated meanings in ancient Etruscan. It was not only associated with the goddess of the underworld, the word passed on into Latin to become the word vatis, meaning soothsayer, poetess, or prophetess, or prophetess, divinely inspired, mouthpiece of deity. You know what I mean?
It's connected to the feminine, though, right?
Or
she's more connected to the feminine.
She's a goddess, yeah, she's a goddess. And
like a prophetess is a feminine. It's a female.
One thing that's why I didn't rock with a lot of brothers that they just bang too much man, because bro, if you're too masculine, bro, you're lost in the sauce, bro. You know what I mean?
Hey, bro, it's just crazy. It's crazy because I also read that the Vatican means the house of serpents, right?
Yeah.
And they have check this shit out. And the house of serpents, bro. And me, bro, I did some digging and I found out that, in the Bible they always say the serpent is a dude. You know what I mean? It's a guy. But no, bro, I found out the serpent is a female in the motherfucking garden, bro. It's not a guy. That's why the ass looks like a serpent, right? For she. And say, when you say she, it's like a serpent and everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's why at the end it says, it tells Eve and the serpent, or God tells Eve and the serpent, like, I'm going to have it's going to be contentious between you, or beef between you and her seed. It's talking to the serpent and Eve. And it was talking about their seed, bro. And me and my girl was like, well, the woman don't have a seed. I was like, because he's talking to two females, they're going to be pregnant. And it seems like, it was like that type of shit, bro. And now you're bringing it out even more. That the God is on the underworld and the prophetess and all that shit, bro. And the serpent was a female in the garden, homie, not a male. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I was telling you that, some dudes they only want to talk to brothers, bro, and they get kind of like uncomfortable talking with women, bro.
Hey, bro, well, what I said, that's why they got mad at me, because that's like, the whole, because, when they say God created us in their image, man and women in their image, you know what I'm saying? I told bro, so you saying it was Jesus and the Most High, two men created man and woman in their image. So I asked the critical question, who was the female in it? Out of Jesus and the Most High, And everybody like, what? You calling Jesus gay? I'm like, but it's kind of like a homosexual thing you're saying, bro. You only want you exclude the woman out of this whole thing, bro. And then they get all mad at me, like, what? Like, bro. And then they start bringing all the shit like fallen angels into it. No, bro. He said men and women, we created them in our image. So it was a female involved in this whole creation, bro. When
in that video about the Khazars, it talks about that their original religion was they worshiped the penis, bro. They worshiped the phallic symbol, bro. You know what I mean?
Shit. Yeah. It's like the Egyptians. I mean, they went crazy on that shit.
And it makes sense, bro. That's why throughout history, again, if real people do real history lessons, like they really, go digging, like just being nosy. You feel me? Just go and just read and go where it follows you. Bro, that's why they've been banging on women for the long time, having witch hunts. You feel me? Like a woman couldn't make herbal teas because they called her a witch. You know what I mean? A woman couldn't, you know what I'm saying, just be chilling because they called her a witch with the Inquisition and even before that.
Yeah,
So,
they used to do that shit.
some
But like the thing is,
go ahead.
yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
What do you call so like this, for example, bro, like they say, who you believe are more spiritual, women or men?
In theory, women, you know what I'm saying? But
Better like
since they've been misled and lied to, and they bought the lie, they've been corrupted. So you know what I mean? You know,
like,
because
because
go
like,
ahead.
and even the Adam and Eve, right? The serpent went to the female, right? To the
Exactly.
female to, like, what I mean? Because my thing is the man's supposed to lead the woman. What do you believe on that? Or you think they're supposed to be side by side? Because it's not.
See, I do believe that the man's supposed to lead the woman, but see, that is too open wide. I don't believe that every man should lead every woman. Fuck no.
No, that's good. That's good right there. Yeah, man, man, on a righteous level,
right
level. That's
right, exactly. If you're a wise man, if you're a righteous man, you did what I'm saying.
Let's say both of them are righteous, women and men. Who's supposed to lead who?
Well, look at you in any relationship, bro. There's some things. See, I believe that the woman should lead in the house, bro. The woman is the one who is the nurturer. She's the nourisher. You feel me? She's supposed to know what to feed the children. You dig? It shouldn't be like what we're talking about the other day, where you believe one thing, right? And then the woman believes another thing. It doesn't work like that, bro. You feel me? It's just like I like the video that you sent me earlier that, bro, we need to bond together, bro. We need to come together. You know what I'm saying? Like real brothers and build a real association, a real incorporation, a real entity where, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, look, my hands is my hands. My head is my head. They're different, but we have the same goal to stay alive. You dig what I'm saying? My feet is my feet. My arms are my arms. Totally different, but we have the same goal. See, so a marriage is a union. Two is one, and one is none. What did you send me about the lone wolf, right? So we think that, you know what I mean, bolo solo, you know what I mean? Like, I used to be like that too, man. What are the quotes from back in the day? I don't need nobody. Fuck everybody. I do this shit myself. You know what I had to learn that you know what I had to learn that blew my mother freaking mind was that I think I got it out of the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. One of the first books that really blew my mind, you know what I mean, to change, to get a little bit disciplined. It's called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And it said in there that there's 3 forms of dependency. That as a baby or as a child, you know, we're born dependent as humans, right? So, you know, a baby needs. Dependent is that you need. You feel me? Let's sum it up for anybody who doesn't know, for the dum-dums out there. If you're dependent, means that you need. So if you're dependent on drugs, you need that drug to, you know, if you're dependent on your parents, you need your parents to survive and feed you and stuff like that. What's the next phase of dependency? What's the next phase above that? The one that's the goal for us. Supposedly as a teenager, you start what? You start becoming independent. So you start off dependent, right? Dependent. But then, you know, around 14, you know, you don't want to depend on your parents. You want to go out by yourself. You know, you want to do things by yourself. So you want to become independent. And that's applaudable. That's a great thing. You feel me? I thought that was the tip of the iceberg, bro. I thought that being independent was success. You know what I mean? I remember hearing even for women, what the Beyonce song and a whole bunch of songs, you know, where all my independent women, you feel me? So they was brainwashing the women so they be independent. And then a lot of people, the majority of people, toxic people today, they stop at independency. They stop at independent. Do you know that there's a higher echelon, a higher level So it goes dependency, then it goes independency, and this is the one I didn't know. It was interdependency, bro.
Interdependency.
Interdependency. What is interdependency? Well,
Break it down.
I'm explaining it. I'm explaining not just to you, Vlad, but to anybody listening, because that's what this channel is about, bro. Sharing is caring, and each one teach one. Interdependency is that, Vlad, bro. In all seriousness, I don't need you, bro. You feel me? And in all seriousness, you don't need me. You're doing fine all by yourself. You feel me? I'm doing fine all by myself. You're independent. I'm independent. But you know what? There's a higher goal. We could become interdependent. And what does that mean? It means that you don't have to bust your ass as much no more, because I'm going to lift the load. And if I need help, I got you, and we support each other. And then we're doing less work and accomplishing much more. That's what these other folks do. So, but the only thing is that they just don't have two people, three crazy ones, you know what I mean, going against the grain. No, they have a whole village. You dig what I'm saying? They have a whole tribe. They have a whole nation, all agreeing to what the F they are doing. Meanwhile, we're still, like I told you on the message, you know, we're still learning ABCs and 1, 2, 3s, which is cool.
Hey, and in America loves that independent shit, bro. They want you to be independent because they can look. That's why I say, look, watch the Muslim bros or watch the East Indian people when they come over here. They don't believe in that independent shit. You know, they come over here and they grind together, bro. They stay in the same apartment and shit, bro. You know, 10, 15 heads and shit in a 1 bedroom and shit, bro. Until they get their money right, they move to a bigger house and all that shit. But what the American people teach you, bro? As soon as you become 18, move out the house, get your own place, you know what I mean, pay separate bills, buy your own home, so they can, you know what I mean, expand their fucking economic for the rich, bro. They don't want you to overcome. They want you to constantly depend on them by telling you be independent and shit. So that's good that you're bringing that up, to be, you know what I mean, to be working with each other and shit, like, so you don't have to bust your ass by yourself. That's what I try to advise my kids. You don't leave your home. You build with your people. Yeah, you're independent now. You're going to learn your own shit, but you always come back and build with them, and you know what I'm saying, and do things, bro, where, you know, you're not just gonna have an apartment, you guys gonna have a mansion type of shit, as long as you stick together, you know what I'm saying. But I get the whole independent part. You want to go out there, you want to learn some shit on your own, you're supposed to. But you know how, you know what I mean, like how they teach you over here, you know. It
is a phase. It's a part of the process. You feel me? Before we can build with each other, bro, we cannot build with sick people, bro. You dig what I'm saying? If we build with sick people, with toxic people, they're going to drain us, bro. You know, we need to find other people like ourselves, bro. Like, for example, bro, I told you before, bro. Like, if I hear you on some dumb shit, you still talking about shit from back in the day, you still getting excited about drinking a 40. You still drink, you still getting excited, like, ooh, let's pop a bottle, bro. Like, I already know, like I'm on that type of level now, that I could see bullshit from a mile away, because I come from that. You dig?
Yeah.
I used to be that. I used to, you know what I mean, drink top of the line wine, Carlos Rossi. You know what I mean? Which is $5.99 wine, bro. That's how. You know what I mean?
yeah, bro. That's what I mean, though. So when you, like, you know what I mean, that we're getting back to on this independent and all that shit, bro. Like, that's how I feel, man. You gotta like, you know, like, you gotta go learn your shit, though. Like, that's why I even tell my kids, man, you gotta learn some shit, man. Come up on some knowledge and all that shit, because we need you in the future, you know. We need, so we can build, bro, so we can create this village, this tribe and shit. And like you said about these people thought of 500 years ahead, right? We can even think fucking 2 years ahead of us, bro. We don't even know what the fuck is gonna happen 2 years from now and shit, because we don't even, because, you know, everybody's everywhere.
Even tomorrow, bro. Even tomorrow, you know what I mean? I don't know where I'm gonna be at tomorrow. You don't know, you know what I mean? We do have a you know, a type of understanding. Yeah, I got my, you know, my plan for tomorrow, you know. But what happens if there's some type of some type of earthquake, some type of crisis, some type of disaster. What happens if, like for example, you're in the highways and byways. What happens if a road gets shut down? Do you have alternative routes? Not only you, but does your family and everyone know what to do? See, that's when we are on a higher level where, see, independence is like, you know what to do, right? Oh, no problem. A road shuts down. I just detour over here. Okay, that's good for you. But if we're trying to build, some type of, I'm not even gonna say nation, bro, because like I told you, we're too far. But we can start a association, we can start a corporation, we can start a business. Like, bro, that's what a nation is. It's a fucking business. So before we can start a nation, let's start a business. You dig?
Yeah. Start like that.
Like what we
you advise the children to keep it going. Right, yeah.
So, back to this, okay, so independency, that's a process. Like, look, get strong. You feel me? Get strong. Then when you're strong, come join the team, right? Because, we're looking for players on the team. You know what I mean? We're looking for scorers, and we're looking for defense, and we're looking for everything that forms a team. That's why I mentioned to the brothers, the other day on the powwow, long time ago, probably over a year ago, or at least it feels like that, a whole nother lifetime ago, that I told him, one of the things that blew my mind was about the military. That through my whole ignorance phase, I thought that the military was only soldiers. You know what I mean? Like, oh, the army, only soldiers, only guns. And then when I started, stepping my game up, getting some, insight and illuminating my mind and stuff like that, I was like, oh, the military is also filled with doctors. They're part of the military, but they're doctors. They also got secretaries. I was like, wow, look at my dumb ass. Before I thought that
mechanics, engineers, all that shit. Yeah.
You need people that behind the curtains. You feel me? See, that's why I know that we are still failing, because when we even talk about us, we haven't even figured out, bro, that we need people behind the scenes. Go ahead.
Oh no, yeah, definitely. But might be the people like you said, we just starting, bro. We just gotta advise our kids so they can keep going. You know what I mean? And that's the part right now, because they got everybody distracted, bro. It's so hard to get motherfuckers' attention and shit. And the moment you're trying to get their attention, they think you're trying to fight them or something, or you're trying to tell them what to do. But no, bro, we gotta look ahead, bro. They want you distracted because they want to have all the power. They don't want you to have no power, bro. And together you build. And that's what I mean. Like, a lot of these, everybody want to be independent. No, bro, leave me the fuck alone. I don't need to hear this shit, man. Like, blah, blah, blah. They get offended, bro. But that's what they want. That's why they're giving you the TikTok and everything, though. They give you all this. And look, bro, it's so much information right now going on that it gets overflooded, bro. That people get just overwhelmed. They don't even know where to go. So they're like, fuck that, man. All this shit is conspiracies. You know what I mean? So they just go and they start doing their own thing again. But that don't mean shit ain't happening, bro. Shit really is happening, bro. These motherfuckers is planning something. And they're planning big, huh? You know what I'm saying? So it's your job and your due diligence to keep your fucking, at least your family line for another couple 100 years to go, because they're trying to do some shit, yo. Where they want to, you used to be the old slave. Guess who's going to be the new slave? Your children. So that's why it's smart for you to start advising your kids and shit, man. Talk to them so they can, carry your values, not the values of these bastards and shit. I don't give a fuck if you're left or right and shit, man. That's why I hate when I hear Democrat, Republican, and they want to sell you this shit, bro. They're the same fucking bird, dog. Stop that shit and just worry about your values. Do the best things with your values and stuff, bro.
Right,
but go ahead, man.
But those people, whoever is still gang banging Republican or gang banging Democrat or gang banging Christian, whatever type, or gang banging this, all we got to do is identify them, bro. Because, and that's it. We're not gonna. I'm not gonna waste my time, trying to, brainwash you. I'm not gonna waste my time. Like I told you, like the other person has to already be, of this mode already. It has to be. It's just like, when in the Bible it says Jesus, talk to this person, and they were doing their own thing. And he told them, hey, man, come ride with us. You want to be part of this? They dropped what they were doing and they joined. But it was because it was already in them that they were already tired of that shit. You feel me? They were like, man, I'm just looking for opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to to do something better. And then Jesus came around, and it don't matter. It doesn't matter if it existed or it didn't exist, bro. That's where people get it all fucked up. That all you need to do is get the story, get the analogy, get the wisdom. The names can change. Names can change.
Exactly.
That's why that's why a lot of romantic movies that you watch, bro, it's the same story. It's Romeo and Juliet over and over and over and over again. They just changed the names. It's not Romeo and Juliet no more. It's motherfucking Jose and Stephanie. You know what I mean? But it's the same story. You know what I mean? It's the same fucking story, just different. Now it's not in biblical times, Bethlehem. It's in the barrio. You know what I mean? And now it ain't.
What I was saying. It's matrices, bro. Like what I'm saying, just different times, bro, but the same shit. Like the Bible says some true shit, bro. There's nothing new under the sun, bro. That should right there should explain it all to any Christian. There's nothing new under the sun. That means this Bible you're reading, bro, it's gonna rewrite itself again somewhere. You know what I mean?
So if there's nothing new under the sun, let me continue to what I was reading. It says, in short, it was associated with the ancient mysteries practiced in the ancient world. See, people think that, because it's ancient, it doesn't exist anymore. Like the Nahuatl language. People say, well, Nahuatl is dead. Well, no, it's not. Or if you're in Mexico with the Mexicas, they say Nahuatl. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's like, well, that's dead. No, it's not. It's just not being practiced. And if it is being practiced, it's by a few that still. Well, same thing with these ancient mysteries and these ancient magic. Why is it so hard for people to understand just basic shit? Because they didn't watch WWE wrestling their whole life. They didn't watch Super Bowls every year. They watch All-Star games. They watch people throwing ball and catching ball. Meanwhile, other people was practicing ancient mysteries. Let me continue. It is ironic that the Holy Roman Catholic Church slew, meaning got rid of, so many people who honored and practiced the ancient wise traditions. Yet, the very Vatican itself was the place of the ancient epicenter of oracle divination, sex magic with a CK, magic with a CK, and drug-fueled orgies. See, so people see these Diddy shit, and people, well, that's not important. Yes, Diddy is important because they're practicing the same things they were doing back then. People act like orgies, only freaks in the hood is doing orgies. No, the elite of the elite are having orgies because they have drug-fueled orgies, and they get power in these things. But people, our basic people, they can't figure it out. Let me read that again. The Vatican was the ancient epicenter of oracle divination, sex magic, and drug-fueled orgies. It continues. Wine has long held religious and cultural importance within the Catholic Church. Now, is it any wonder that every time you go to the Catholic Church, they're drinking wine and they call it the blood of Jesus? Because, bro, these people really drink blood from way back in the day till today. They get power from that. I don't know why people call that conspiracy talk. That's real. Just because some people choose to not believe it, that's like kind of like I was telling you, bro. We need to stop believing what we think, what we believe, and just study, like let's say gang culture, right?
What it is.
If we study another gang, what are we going to learn? Well, they throw up this hand sign. They throw up this on the wall. It doesn't matter if we agree or we don't agree. We're just studying that gang. That's what they do. That they believe in this color. They put on this type of hat. They wear a rag on this side. It doesn't matter what we believe in. We're just studying that gang.
Yeah. Oh, you said a couple of interesting things, though, bro, right there. You said, well, you you say something about they were punishing people. You see this? Look, bro. I analyze what this like. You know, the Anglo-Saxon language is like the newest language, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like our language is hell of old, bro. Like you know the Nahuatl language, right? Compared to the Anglo-Saxon language or the English language, you know, because all that shit comes from the same. Like our language is way older than that. You know that shit, right? Like our shit existed before their shit, right?
Of course, English is a baby language. It's a brand new language.
And that's my point I'm trying to make it because I got brothers, you know, even Messi said, let's go back to our old language and all that shit. I'm gonna hit you with something right now, bro. It's cool to do that, but it's not the wisest thing to do that. You see that the Greeks and everybody, as they went on, they changed their language because they wanted to like be able to communicate amongst each other. They didn't want nobody to know what the fuck they were talking about. You see what I mean? If we go back to our Nahuatl language, which we could, I don't have a problem with it. These motherfuckers already study this shit, bro. They already know our language before us. They study us, bro. So when we're trying to communicate or try to talk in codes they know exactly what we're saying. What we should be doing is we should be creating a new language, bro. You know, just like they said, they didn't want you to go back into their own mysteries and all that shit, bro. They don't. These people don't go backwards, bro. They move forward. You see what I mean? And we need to do the same thing. We're stuck in the past.
I totally agree with you, right? I totally agree with you. But the thing is that before you could go forward, you have to go back.
Yeah, definitely. You got to understand where we came from and all that. But a lot of bros like you got to go back to the language, not to like. No, bro,
but you have to understand the structure. That's what you're saying, bro. Is exactly English, the English language, bro. That's exactly why they made it up. It's full of it's full of, you know what I mean, dark occult magic. You know what I mean? That's why we say things like good morning. I don't say good morning. I don't say good morning.
That's why I'm saying they don't want us to go to the mysteries. My bad, bro. I don't mean to cut you up. No, they don't want us to go to the mysteries because they don't want us to really find out and decode this shit, bro. Well, how they came out with this new language and what they're really saying and all that shit, bro, because they created something new to keep us confused, you know? But yeah, go ahead, my bro.
So I agree with you. Like, I'm not learning now what to, you know what I mean, to, or any other language, because even Sanskrit is ancient from India. You know, you got the Hebrew, the original stuff, Aramaic, you know, and that's why we're going back in time to understanding what they did back then. See, we got to understand, bro, that we need to move forward. But to move forward, we have to go back. We need to sit our asses down and we need to do the work. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, if you're gonna have a fight, right? You need to prepare for the fight, bro. You can't just be sitting around playing video games. You need to go to the weight room. You need to get yourself a trainer. You need to really put in the work in order. So when the day of the match comes, the day of the fight, you know, you're as prepared as the most you can. You feel me? You still might get your ass beat, but at least you done prepared. You know what I mean?
What else you got to do? What else you got to do? You got to study what? Your enemy, right?
I mean, Italy. You said Italy?
No, your enemy. You got to study your enemy. You got to do the rewinds on the tapes, right?
Yeah, but before you study your enemy, you need to identify your enemy. A lot of people don't even know who their enemy is. That's why, you know what I mean? Like, for example, look at the Republicans. Who do they think their enemy is? The Democrats. Who does the Democrats think their enemy is? The Republicans.
I don't think so. I mean, as far as the populace, yeah, but those fuckers up there, the elites, they're not enemies. That's what I say, bro. You think two rich people, a black one and a white one, argue about black and white? They get along just fine. They're toasting wine, homie. You know what I mean? They only got us dumbasses over here fucking arguing about black and white. Rich people get along just fine. You know what I mean? Politicians, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go ahead. You know, but in front of the cameras, it's us over here who the divide. Those motherfuckers, same bird, left wing, right wing. They're going toasted up after this, bro. Laugh at these dumbass peons. They believe all this shit, you know? It's crazy, bro. We got to start understanding. And that's why you said, like the other day, in court, what do they speak, bro? Legally, right?
Legally.
Right? They're constantly changing the language on you, bro. They're constantly moving forward with their fucking dick. You got to decode this shit. That's why I said you got, like, I've been studying. Who's my enemy? My enemy is the rich motherfuckers, bro. The motherfuckers that's trying to control us, bro.
Right.
I don't make it about black and white. You know what I mean?
That's too vague. You feel me? The rich ones. Who is that?
No. I mean the elites. And that's too. Yeah.
Bro, it's
You know what
just
I'm
like
saying?
it's just like when people say the Jews. Do you know that there's Jews that are against the Zionists? Not all the Jews are together, bro. You know what I'm
Oh yeah,
saying?
yeah, but like I mean, like the elites, like the 1%, bro, the ones that go behind the doors. The
Right,
elites ain't
right.
fucking
But
Trump,
it's
bro. That's not
but
Trump.
that's still too vague. Like, who are they? See, that's what we're doing right here, reading this about the Vatican. That you're narrowing shit down and you're understanding. It's just like a gang. Like okay, like let's say in jail, right? You know that this dude is a gang member and you know he's an op, but he's saying that he's a civilian. So how are you gonna figure it out? So you're saying that this dude, that you're looking at him, he's right in your face, but he's telling you that you're a civilian, but you know he's an op. So what are you gonna wait? Well, you're gonna peep the game. You first, what do gang members do? Man, take off your shirt, man. You feel me? Take off your shirt and actually, bro, get naked because we want to see if you got any gang sign tattoos on you. Okay, first of all. Then you know your language. You know what I mean? Do you say "cuh"? Do you say blood? Do you say essay? Do you say, whatever gang terminology that you say? Okay, you say you're a civilian, but you're using these terminologies. Okay,
It's more like, how do you expose them? You know what I mean? Yeah.
exactly how. So I'm just telling you, like in a gang member type of setting, a criminal setting. That's how it is. So that's what we're doing right here. You got to understand.
Yeah. You're right on it. You're right,
So
because
it's that. Go ahead.
you just said it. That's why I keep saying. You just brought it up. That's why they don't want you to go back into mysteries. That's how you expose them. And when you go back to the old mysteries and shit, bro. Because that's where they're at. That's where they started.
So it says here that the wine, right? The wine has a long-held religious and cultural importance within the Catholic Church because they have orgies with this shit and the grapes, and then it goes to their god Dionysus. I forgot his Roman name. You know what I mean? Which is the god of the alcohol and the grapes. They're drunks, bro. These people are drunks.
That's why they do the thing with the little boys and shit.
That's why I believe that our people, whoever's on this side, bro, we can't be drinkers, bro. We can't be intoxicated. Warriors don't get drunk, bro, because we stay vigilant. We're on our toes 24/7. We're not slipping at all. So let me continue. It says archaeological evidence indicates the vineyards existed in the Vatican area since Roman times. So the vineyards is where they grow grapes. You know what I mean? So it says, as the seat of the Roman Catholic Church was established in Rome, beginning in the 4th century. So you got 400 plus years in the 4th century that they finally built Rome. See, we're talking about before Rome was built, bro. We're talking about long before Rome was built. These average Christians, they'll just talk to you about Rome. Bro, we're going long before Rome was built. So it says 4th century AD, wine grown in the surrounding regions became associated with the papacy in Vatican. Back in the day, only the rich drank wine, only the emperors, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Poor people, they was probably making Pruno and shit. Anyways, let me continue. Certain strains of these grapes that grew on the hill were very bitter tasting, and wines made from them were hallucinogenic and probably played a role in the holy rites designed to illuminate the participants. The Roman wines were always spiked with herbs. You feel me? So it's kind of like the ayahuasca thing I told you about. You know what I mean? Like they drank, but to see visions. You know what I mean? Like to get visions and stuff. Not just, hey, let's party, let's spike the drink. Yeah, no, bro, that's low budget shit. And so let me finish because I'm almost done. It says the name of the Vatican, in all probability, takes the name from the Latin verb vaticinar, that has its origin in the word Vatika, the entheogenic herbal intoxicating wine drunk by the priestesses from that place, and meaning poet, teacher, oracle. This name, also called Vaticianus or Vaginatus, later came to mean in Latin vagina. That is the female reproductive organ. This goes to like what you were saying. The Vatican which has its own lands in Italy, ultimately takes its name from the goddess Vatika. And then it talks about the image. It says the
And
statue of the
that's where that fish come from, bro. The fish, that's what they say it is. It's a vagina, bro. The fish. You know how they use the Jesus fish and shit?
yeah, the Epica Pisces, the
Yeah.
symbol,
It's
the
not
Vatica,
pinche
the
vagina,
Vatica
bro.
Pisces.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see
Go
how
ahead, my bro.
so nah, you know what I mean? Like you know, that was that was just a preliminary, bro. If we really wanted to do some scholarly shit, we need to get books or find the right sources just on that topic of that goddess and of the people that worship her. You
Like
dig?
I said, the whole Vatican is shaped like a serpent, bro. You know what I'm saying? Even the
Yeah,
top of it, bro. It's
yeah,
like I've been saying the serpent in the garden was the female, bro. They worship the serpent. They worship the female,
well,
and that's why
they worship the reptiles, the serpents,
even
and the
even
dragons.
even even Jesus, like they say that Jesus is like the serpent, right? Some other people, some other cultures and shit. They
So
say because the wisdom, right? And the book of Proverbs, wisdom is a female, bro, and wisdom is always associated with a serpent. So everybody like now the new believers that we should be thanking the serpent for giving us wisdom because the Most High lied to us. They say, you know what I mean? They're saying if we take the bite from that fruit, we would die. Nobody die and shit. But people don't understand the analogy and that shit. Like our souls die, bro. Wisdom killed us, bro. And more we know, the more like remember what I was talking about the other day? The more wisdom, the more sad you get, bro. Type of shit. It destroys you, though. Because what it says in the Bible, everything the Most High was, we knew what good was because everything was good. He said he created the herbs, it was good. He created the sky, it was good. You know what I mean? Everything was good, homie. So that wisdom only brought evil to us, bro. You know, but everybody's worshiping those people, you know what I mean? Whoever worshiping the serpent because they're glad that they got wisdom, but wisdom is actually,
I would
you know what I
disagree
mean?
with the term wisdom because wisdom is over intelligence. Like intelligence makes, you know what I mean? Like what like once you understand, like once you start
Yeah.
learning, right? You know, it's knowledge. You feel me? Knowledge, you learn.
Yeah, yeah.
That's like remember I don't know if you read or heard of the book or the story Faustus. You know what I mean? Have you heard of that?
Oh, no. No, no, no.
It's a German book that it has this dude, right, that he's hungry for knowledge, right?
Yeah.
So he understands that you can't learn everything in one lifetime. So he makes a deal with the devil. The devil appears to him. And the devil in that story is called Mephistopheles or something like that, right?
Uh-huh.
And he makes a deal with the devil. And the devil's like, okay, I'm going to give you all the knowledge in the world, but just sign here and you make the deal. Or do you agree? He agrees. So, you know, he got all the knowledge, but at the end of the book, it destroyed him. You feel me? Because, you know, so, but see, that's what I'm saying. See, knowledge and wisdom is two different things.
Yeah.
Wisdom, you know, you're not going to get sad, bro, because you understand that you're wise enough to understand that we're living on earth, bro. Like everything ain't supposed to be ideal here. This is not paradise, bro. In some cultures, earth is a hell. You dig what I'm saying? And we all of us, all these humans are demons. We're the demons. We're in hell. And there's other hells worse than this hell. That's where
I
the people
believe
that
it.
fail this test, they go there. Go ahead.
I believe it. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm giving you the understanding of how they interpret. Like they're calling this serpent wisdom. I don't call it wisdom, bro. Like in the book of Proverbs, they don't call the serpent. That it's not saying nothing about no damn serpent. But these other cultures, he's saying that wisdom. That's how they got wisdom through the serpent. So they call that serpent wisdom, bro. You see,
Okay.
that's why the Vatican honors the serpent, bro, because they believe that's where they got their wisdom, bro. You know, because that's the one they introduced them to.
But
Like, hey, bro,
but the
this
but
is
the
not just
but the
it. There's more to this.
the
You know what I mean?
Vatican the Vatican worships the serpent, but in secrecy.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. When, like, for example, you see the Red Cross, right? And all that shit, right? They always have like a serpent on the cross and shit, bro.
Yeah,
You
the
know,
catechism.
yeah, they do all that shit, bro. They on the DL on the serpent, bro. And that's why, like, Jesus repeat the same shit in the book of Proverbs. Like it says that in the beginning, I was with him and shit. It says before everything, before everything got built, I was there. That's what the book of Proverbs says, and that's why I go against these brothers. Like, bro, that Jesus part where he says that shit in the New Testament, it was taken from the book of Proverbs. So And where was the book of Proverbs taken from? From fucking Egypt, bro. I don't give a fuck what anybody said. It was taken from Egypt, bro. They already identified that shit. Like I say, even Horus, when he spoke, when Horus was talking on the walls, they write his shit in red, bro, just like Jesus in red writing and shit, bro. Jesus is supposed to represent the son of the serpent, bro, the son of wisdom. You know, it's like that's the interpretation. I'm not saying that's what wisdom is. I'm not saying wisdom is the serpent, bro. You know what I mean? I believe myself, bro. I believe it's two wisdoms. It's dark wisdom, evil wisdom. It can show you all the evil shit, and it's good wisdom, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that, homie. We live in a dark and light world, bro. It's both here, dog. Just like you got men and females, you got the. That's why I don't believe as far as like men and women. Some people like we equal. We didn't know, bro. We're not. Like you can see the moon and the sun. Yeah, they both do. Like they both complement each other, bro. They both balance each other. That's what we hear, but we're not the same. The sun and the moon are totally different, homie. Just like night and day. Men and women are totally different, bro. We're not the same, bro. We gotta understand that shit. That we're in a balanced world, you know. And balance is differences, shit. Basically, fat and skinny, ugly and pretty and shit. You know what I mean? Fat, fucking short and tall and shit. You know what I mean? Dark. That's where we at, bro. So just like bad wisdom, we got good wisdom out there, homie. But these motherfuckers follow the bad wisdom, homie. You know, and that's what I'm saying. And bad wisdom teaches you about good wisdom, but not in a good way. And good wisdom teaches you about bad wisdom, but in a good way. Like don't fuck with that shit, you know, because you know you're gonna deal with these consequences if you fuck with this shit. You know what I mean? That's how good wisdom teaches you about bad wisdom. So I believe it's two type of wisdoms we got going on here, bro. The Holy Spirit and serpent in the fucking garden. That's what I believe.
Most definitely.
Yeah. But that's how I look at it, my bro. As far as those two wisdoms. So yeah, like it's a different way to look at wisdom, you know.
I mean, you know, that's why we need to in the future, you know, when we you know, get into topics with people, you know, and you know, we need to ask them, okay, what's your definition of such and such word? You know what I mean? We need to agree on definitions, you know what I mean? Because if agree or disagree, but we need to like we say one word, right? Okay, what does this mean? You feel me? Because if we can agree on it, then we can move forward. If we can't agree on a word, then you know we're just gonna be going in circles, and then they call it semantics. You know what I mean? Where you know potato. You know what I mean? And you know I know of somebody that I did his astrology thing, and he has a certain sign somewhere in his Mercury, meaning his communication, and it says that. There are types of people, and he's one of them, that he likes to argue just to argue, bro. You feel me? If you say something, he might just say the opposite just to argue. You know what I mean? He might not even believe it. He'll just say the opposite just to argue. And then now, why am I bringing that up? Because you know we need to identify those people. You feel me? Because I've already told him, I was like, bro, I'm not gonna be arguing with you just to argue with you, bro. If you just want to argue, I'll just ignore you. You know what I mean? And just prove my point. You know what I mean? Because I'm not gonna be sitting here arguing just to argue. And there's people like that, a whole bunch of people. You know what I mean? Like if we're gonna argue something, it's because we're trying to get to a destination. You know what I mean? Because argument it's natural, bro. We can argue like maybe you have a plan, I have a plan. Well, let's figure it out whose plan is better. You know what I mean? Let's like a game of chess. You know what I mean? Who got the better chess game? You know what I mean? Okay, well, if you got the better plan, well, I'll cede and let's go with your plan. I'll ride with you. I'm full into your plan. If I got the plan, then you know what I'm saying, we got to figure it out. Maybe somebody else got the plan and we don't got the plan. We need to ride with that person. Go ahead.
I believe in common ground, homie. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, we humans. That's why I started with, like, I don't know, bro. Like, what do you think? You know, because we humans, bro. Like, we're not gonna know it all. But I'm pretty sure you know what I mean. You're gonna bring us some shit, and I'm gonna bring us some shit, and we can always find a common ground. That's why I told you, bro. In the Bible, bro, it's so hard. Like, look, that's why I told the bros. So, I mean, when we was doing that Hebrew Israelite, this ain't going nowhere, bro. I just see more division and more division. I kind of understand how the whole Christianity thing started. Like, that's why you got Mormons and you got born agains and you got evangelists and you got, you know, you get it. Like you got all this. It's the same book though, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody wants to be right. Like you said, they just want to like argue about it. And I told you, I just came out with the whole, you know, hey bro, there's books missing in that Bible and the Old Testament alone. You know, like 30 some books, almost 40 books, bro. Like that's an incomplete puzzle. Why are we arguing, bro? We should be building on something, bro. Like, you know, like this fucking Bible's gonna have us going in circles, bro. You know, and we just gonna create another religion. You're gonna create that camp, and I'm gonna be in this camp, and yeah, I believe that part of the Bible, but nah, I don't believe the way he's teaching it. And you know, it's just like, you know, like, can we just find a common ground? And that was my common ground to let you know, bro. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying there's shit missing here, bro. You know, what do you think? And some bros like, no. I'm still right. I'm still like, all right, whatever, brother. And be right, bro, even though you don't got all the shit to prove that you're right and shit. You know what I mean?
You know, what are those books called? The Apocryphes, right?
Not even those books, bro. I'm not even talking about those books. Those books are some other books, and the Bible don't even mention those books. The Old Testament don't even mention.
Well, just to prove your point, those Apocryphes, you know what apocryphy stands for?
For hidden and shit.
Yeah, so they're telling you straight up, bro. These books are hidden.
But yeah, but those are Greek books. The Apocrypha is a Greek book. They're not real either, bro. That the Greeks brought that shit up. People really believe in that in Second Ezra. That shit is not part of the Old Testament. The Old Testament never named no Ezra or never named none of that shit, bro. They brought that shit up just like the book of Daniel. I just figured this out and shit. You know, I was like, oh man, this is so, because the Daniel helps him to, you know, like include Jesus and all that. So I was like, oh, so the books that are missing is in the Old Testament, like the book of Jehu and the book of this and the book of that, and the testimonies of fucking Solomon, the records of Solomon are missing. This,
bro. Back in those days, bro, people didn't have distractions. You did, just like the other time we were talking about, you know what I mean? They didn't have distractions. So people that were bored like us, you know, they talked about, hey, you know what? I bet you if we wrote some books, I bet you that years from now, people will start believing it.
Hey, bro, you know? Just put it like this, bro. You know the Apocrypha? The Apocrypha names Alexander the Great, right? Alexander the Great by his name, bro. You know what I'm saying? Oh, look, this is real, man. It's talking about Alex. Maybe Alexander and them wrote this shit, bro. Maybe those fuckers wrote it so you can believe fucking thousands of years later that, oh, look, this is prophetic. It's talking about Alexander the Great before Alexander came along. Bro, they found this. This is where I get annoyed with sheeple, bro. You sheeping, motherfucker. Now you're not tripping, you sheeping, homie. You know, like, dude, these are, and when they tell you to find the Apocryphas, they were all written in Greek, bro. I was like, dude, that shit, those books, like you said, bro, can we stop making them on, like, you know what I mean, like they gotta be actual, like that, like, you know, prophetic. Like, can we just take the knowledge from them? Can we just take the wisdom from them, bro? And stop making it like, oh, bro, it's still gonna happen, or this prophecy hasn't happened, and fools to stop fighting about that shit, bro. And you don't even got enough life and your fucking veins to fucking even fight about it, bro, because you'll probably be dying in the next 20 years, and that book's still gonna be here, dog. And you just left nothing but division. That's all you did. You know, so stop letting these dudes just take the wisdom, like the brother Romeo said out of that, and stop taking it so literal. You know, and same thing, like that's what I'm saying with the Old Testament. I read, bro, like I told you, bros read chapters and verses. I read it like they wrote it, like a letter, bro. And I read it in context, bro. And all this shit already came to pass. And hold on, there's a lot of books, like 30-some books missing that the Old Testament is saying about. You know, that shit right there, bro. So it got me annoyed because brothers still want to prove that they're right, and you don't got all the pieces to prove that you're right, bro. That's why I said this bucket holds no water, bro. You got too many holes in it. Can we go to another one? You know.
Right. So let me share this. Let me share that video that I shared earlier.
I'm sure by now the majority of us have heard that Trump received a letter from the Sanhedrin saying that he has been elected to fulfill a heavenly mission. But what a lot of people are not aware of is what is actually detailed in this letter. And we're talking about the Noahide laws. Now we're getting closer and closer to the red heifers being sacrificed, the third temple actually being built. And now we're hearing discussions about an international court being established based upon the Noahide laws. So what are they, and what could this actually mean if they were to be enforced?
So really quick, a lot of people don't know about what the Noahide laws is. A lot of people don't know that there's a group of people trying to start a new international court. They don't know that there's people wanting to burn these red cows, these red heifers, and they don't know why. They don't know. So that's what I'm telling you about these ancient things. What they're doing right now is ancient, supposedly prophecies that don't have nothing to do about the Bible. This is before the Bible, and
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and this is a Christian woman talking about it because it do pertain to her, because as she's gonna say, they want to decapitate Christians.
Now, to start, we need to establish the difference between the Talmud and the Torah. The Torah, very
A
simply,
lot of people,
is
don't even know about the Talmud. You know what I mean? Like that's how ignorant a lot of people are. And we're talking about supposedly people with PhDs, people that have got high school diplomas, people that drive big cars and know how to do this and know how to do that and bet on games and know how to make drinks and know how to cook
Sure.
a steak 500 different ways, but they don't know what the Talmud is or why it's important, and they think it's religious talk.
is the first 5 books of the Bible. So it's Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. The Talmud, though, is essentially man's interpretation of the Torah with commentary, if you will. So very clearly, the Talmud is not.
It's a remix, bro. It's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
that was their oral testimony. They said they got the oral testimony like before the Bible was created. There was an oral testimony that left to them, and they only the Jewish people know.
And you got crazy because even with them, they say they got that some people in there that got their like their little bar in there. They were on some crazy shit, you know what I mean? And other people on some wise shit. It's just a mix of different people, though. It's not just one person.
Biblical. So what are the Noahide laws? They were 7 laws that were believed to have been given to Noah after the flood. They're essentially the bare minimum of what God expects from humanity. Now, while they do mirror the 10 commandments, we do not find these 7 laws anywhere in God's word. This is not written in scripture because the Noahide laws come from the Talmud. So they come from man. And if it does not come from God, then we know where it comes from. Now, here's where it gets interesting, because these laws are commonly associated with the Antichrist and with the end times. But most people don't understand that and would actually disagree, because at first glance, these mirror what is written in the Bible, right? No idolatry, do not murder, do not steal, until we delve into the first one and what they consider in Jewish tradition to be idolatry. Now, before we jump into this, I want to remind everybody of something that is really important to not only understand, but also remember in the days that we are in. The 7-year tribulation is called Jacob's trouble. Y'all, it is God returning his focus to Israel. He is not dealing with the church during the 7-year tribulation because we recognize Jesus as the Messiah. He is returning his focus to Israel. So, idolatry, according to the Noahide laws, would be worship of Jesus Christ.
See, and right here, it makes me, for an example, right, to use that as an example, what was young brother's name? The Waters, right? The Waters would fall exactly in this camp, because the Water, he did not accept nothing about the New Testament. He called Jesus Christ JC because he wouldn't say his name, and so I'm just giving you a modern day example of what these Jews think from back in the day. You know what I mean? That they believe anybody that's a Christian, and if you're a Christian because you believe in Jesus Christ, then you're failing the first law, which is idolatry.
Because you cannot worship any other God, and they do not recognize Jesus Christ as God. Now, back to the letter, and you can look this up. It's extremely easy to find. Sanhedrin wrote a letter to Donald J. Trump. In the letter, they immediately went into the 7 laws of Noah. Says when a person accepts the 7 Noahide laws, they receive a divine blessing. Enclosed with this letter, we have included the universal ethical common code, which outlines the benefits of adopting the 7 commandments of Noah. They also reminded him of his Cyrus Trump coin and his historic role. This symbolized your historic role likened to that of Cyrus, who is...
See, and this is important because they're basically blackmailing. You feel me? Like, look, man, we did this for you. You know what I'm saying? We put, you know what I'm saying? Because that's why they got this extreme power. That's why a lot of people that still argue petty shit, they don't understand how deep this go, how ancient this go, and who really got the power. They think Trump or these presidents in these countries got the power. But if you do real history, bro, these people that assassinated kings, queens, presidents, doesn't matter because they know about real power.
Hey, bro.
Chosen by his.
So,
Go ahead.
so she's speaking of these Israelis like they're the real Jews, right? Because she's talking about Jacob's trouble and all that shit, right?
Right.
So she's speaking like these fools are like, you know what the word Semitic means?
It means Asian.
Semitic? No,
Yeah.
it means they came from Shem, right? Semitic means Shemitic, right? Or they came
Yeah.
from the line of Shem, and the Israelites came from Shem, right? But you yourself, the other day, you brought out the Khazarians, right? The Ashkenazi, they came from Asia, right?
Right.
And Ashkenazis don't come from Shem. They come from Japheth, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So
right, but you're looking at it. I understand what you're saying, but you're looking at it like from a Hebrew Israelite perspective.
no.
where
I'm just trying to bring up the ignorance of this woman. She don't need. She really believes
But,
this is.
but see, it's not
coming-
ignorance of this woman because that's who they claim they are, and that's what it is. It's just like, for example, bro, I used to be from a certain, I used to claim a certain street, right? And then back in the day on this street, there was a whole bunch of people, right? Now, throughout the years, all the real factors from the street went to jail. You know what I mean? And the ones who kind of like stayed there were Arabic. You know what I'm saying? And now the Arabics, they're claiming this street or this gang. You know what I mean? Like it's theirs. And everybody today, you know, they hear them claiming it, but the real ones, you know, the one that they're not even trying to go back. They were like, man, we're not trying to go back to that street. Let these lames have it. But the point is that's exactly it. It's just like in these countries. Let's say Mexico. So are you saying that everyone's ignorant because these Mexicans, these blue eyes, these blonde hair dudes that's living in Mexico for many moons? They claim Mexico, bro. They're boxers like that dude. What's that boxer name? That
Canelo.
Right now, the Canelo. No, he's not Mexican.
I mean, I would say they're ignorant because they're ignoring the fact that there is such thing as history. They can teach you that most people they ain't Mexican there. Just like when they're being ignorant because they're trying to ignore the part, bro. That what is Semitic? Like everybody keeps saying anti-Semitic. You know that like Arabian people, they know they come from this guy Ishmael, right? They know this shit. You ask any Arabian, I mean any Muslim.
So let me take it back to the block with, you know what I mean, to the block. Okay, so you got this gang, right? That you know because you're an OG, right? You know that these dudes that's on the block on this, let's say the op gang, it's an op gang, right? Yeah. Whatever op you want to call it, right? It's a gang. Let's just call it 26. Is that a real gang? No, right?
Nah, I don't even think shit. Bro.
Okay. Well, all right. So let's say 26 gang, right? But you're an OG, right? You know that all the OGs from 26, they're either in jail, they're dead, and they're gone. And you got these new booties. You know what I mean?
Don't pay attention.
You got these new booties that they claim 26 gang, right?
Yeah.
So the real 26 gang, they're gone, right? And you got these new young booties that they claim 26 gang, and 26 gang is raising war on you. So it doesn't matter if they're the real ones or the old ones. The only thing that matters is that they're coming for your head.
I get that part. You know
right.
What I mean?
So I agree with you too. I agree with you too that, you know, these folks, they're not the real ones, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they study that, like I said, the ignorance is what's gonna get you cut up and get your head cut off, man.
Right. So this woman,
she claiming.
So this woman.
That's what I'm saying. Because if she, like you said, like you were saying earlier, there's so many meanings and words, bro. Do you know what the word Semitic say? Okay. Do you know that the whole time when they say you're anti-Semitic and they're bombing Palestinians, you actually bombing Semitic people because Palestinians and because they believe they've come from Ishmaelite. They come from Semitic people, bro. So
I
that simple information will get you stop panicking. Stop panicking. These people are not really,
understand that,
you know what I
but
mean?
there's still bombs are still being dropped. That's my whole point. So she's just
Yeah.
a messenger about this is what this is
What they're
this is
gonna do.
really
Yeah,
going
yeah,
on. This is
yeah,
really
yeah.
going on. So let me continue.
Shem to fulfill a
So she just mentioned Shem, right?
Noah. They also reminded him of his Cyrus Trump coin and his historic role. This symbolized your historic role likened to that of Cyrus, who is chosen by Hashem to fulfill a divine mission.
You see, by his Shem. You see, so they're already playing with words and stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I agree with what you're saying, but you know, right now that's neither here nor there.
I mean,
Just when
I'm only saying it so people can hear it if they happen to hear it, so they know. Like, hold on, because this look, what was in the beginning? What was it, bro? They created everything. The word, bro.
The word.
Right?
The word.
So that's all I'm doing. I'm putting the word out there, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like if you only educate yourself, maybe she happens to come and listen. Like, bro, you're supposed to put out there. These people and even they're not even the real Shemitics, bro. You know what I mean? And when they say this anti-Semites, you bombing Semites and shit. Like this,
Right.
that's how they're supposed to talk, bro. That's what I'm saying. I'm putting the word out there, bro, because that's how it starts. I don't want to go by what they're saying or keep keep the bullshit going, the colloquial meaning. Fuck that, bro. We gotta start with the word, bro. We gotta pass the word and shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's why I think it's necessary to bring it up. I see what you're saying, of course. That like these people don't give a fuck. It is what it is. They're gonna drop bombs no matter what, whether we believe that they're Jews or not. But once we start passing the word is what makes everything, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We got a lot of work to do. So let me finish the
there's
video
definitely.
real quick.
I want to remind everybody and interject that their Messiah is the Antichrist. Now, here's the meat and potatoes. We invite you to meet with the Sanhedrin court rabbis in Jerusalem to discuss the establishment of an international divine court for all nations.
You see that who are these people that they think that they can put up an international divine court for the whole world? See, that's where they, when you start learning about who these people are, they really think that they're better than everybody else and stuff like that. And I give it to them. They are better in they've maintained all this power for so many years. But see what they're trying to establish? This is what's important. That, like what you were saying, they're thinking about years ahead while we're still arguing about who is and who isn't. And about
that's what I was gonna tell you right now, bro. It seems like they set up these Christians a long time ago, like 500 years ago, type of shit. Because they're the ones that sent them over here. And like I said, I hate hearing Christians playing the whole pitiful, or they're gonna come and slap. Bitch, you slaughter all these natives and all these Africans and conquering and all that, man. Now they're coming for you. It's like they set you up a long time ago. Like, here, go do our dirty work. Now that you conquer, we're gonna come and slaughter you. Right. It's like it's crazy, but yeah, like they thought about this shit 500 years ago. Yeah, my bad. Go ahead, bro.
The 7 universal commandments given to Noah and
see, it says right here, look, it has the rabbis. We could, because this is public information. We could look up each and every one of these rabbis if we had the time and the curiosity and we really wanted to not just understand but overstand. I didn't even peep this out the first time,
Oh, shit.
Reaffirmed at Mount Sinai. Here it is, a foundation for global peace and divine justice. Now, here's where all of the questions come in, right? And we're just going to ask questions. We're going to speak hypothetically here. So if an international court were to be established based upon the 7 Noahide laws, how far are they actually going to go adhering to the punishment? Because according to any person who worships Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior, you are in direct violation of the first Noahide law. Now, according to the Sanhedrin and the Talmud, certain violations of the Noahide laws could warrant capital punishment. And it's very interesting to note that in the Talmud, specifically in Sanhedrin 57a, decapitation is mentioned as one of the methods of capital punishment that could be applied for certain offenses. Revelation 20 verse 4, and I saw the souls of those who had been beheaded because of their testimony about Jesus and because of the word of God. They had not worshipped the beast or its image and had not received its mark on their foreheads or their hands. There's a lot of things that people believe about the Antichrist that is nowhere in the Bible, and I want to address two of them. The first thing that people believe that the Bible says is that everybody will love the Antichrist. That is just simply not written anywhere in the Bible. And second, most people believe that the Antichrist has to be from the Middle East. I used to as well, until you actually delve into that verse and you understand that the Bible says that he will come from the old Roman Empire. And clearly, this could look very different. This could.
So I just recently, you know, from I told you last week I watched the movie Gladiator and Gladiator 2, and I didn't just watch the movie just to watch it. I did a lot of the history, you know what I mean, to find out about this and that. So all of that was part of the Roman Empire, you know what I mean? So you know, that's what I'm saying. This is the ancient world. Go ahead.
It's just because, you know, like, that's why I like the Israelites, bro, because these Christians are like on some bullshit. Like the Antichrist and all that shit's supposed to be the beast, right? The beast is it's a population of people, bro. You know what I mean? And I don't know if they're talking about as an individual or what, bro. But the Antichrist is not an individual, bro. It's like a nation of people. And according to some people, like the Hebrew Israelites, the Christian ones, they say it's the fake Jews. They don't like Christ, right? It's that whole population of people, bro. She's kind of there, bro. But as far as that Christian belief shit, like I don't even believe that shit, bro. I don't even get into it. I don't even try to entertain it that much, but you know what I'm saying? But I see what she's getting at, but she just playing confused, man. She's all over the place, you know what I mean?
All right, let me finish.
It's going all crazy.
It means something very different than what we all had pictured. Now, I am not saying that this is how Christians are beheaded during the 7-year tribulation. I am not saying that T is the Antichrist. What I am saying, though, is that this is, at the very least, very interesting. It is interesting that while we have a president of the United States that has his own temple coin, who is gifted a menorah that calls him the Prince of Peace, who is now rebuilding Gaza and potentially bringing peace to the Middle East, who has a right-hand man that is overseeing our government spending, who wants to put a chip in your brain. We are also getting closer to seeing the sacrifices.
Oh, hey, bro, my bad. I don't mean to cut you off on that. Did you hear about that new law they're going to be passing?
Which one?
Oh, I think they're already doing it, where they're giving prisoners options on me right now. Like people like high offenders, like motherfuckers that deal with some real crimes and shit. They're giving them the option to either do your 25 years or whatever time you got, right? Or you can put this chip in your fucking brain and it's gonna fucking reset you, like, you know what I mean? So you can be a good dude and we'll release you, you know what I mean? I guess when they're putting the chip in them and all that shit, it feels like they're doing 7 years. I don't know. It feels like a long time in their head, but it only takes like 7 minutes type of shit. And they get released back into society, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a real shit going on here in the United States. They're gonna be putting chips in prison or something.
You know, this is nothing new, bro, because you know, they got movies and literature, stories that they've been planning this for a long time, bro. Like maybe our whole lives. That's why you see how we're still like understanding basic shit, but these folks have really been putting in the work to establish that. So yeah, now they're putting in the chip, but you don't know how long they've been studying this. You know what I mean?
I don't know that. You know what I mean? I'm just letting you know what just came out. Like what she's saying, bro, as far as the chip. Yeah.
I mean, that's like, there's no way to stopping that, because that's like they've been working on that. Like they have to put this stuff out. You know what I mean? It's just like, you know, like the stuff we're working on, bro. Like there's no stopping, you know what I mean? The plans that we got and we're going to put into motion, because that's our plans. Just like they got plans and stuff. They're just way more ahead and got resources and got people working. We don't have people working. We're the only ones working right now. But in the future, we might pay somebody like, look, this is what you do and this is what you do. Don't ask no questions. Just go do that. You know what I mean? And we pay you, and that's it. You know, and that's
my theory on that shit, bro. I think that's their fucking army, bro. That's gonna be their fucking those prisoners. They ain't no motherfucker resetting their mind, bro. They're letting those demons out.
I mean, bro, like this is if you studied history, they did the same thing in Spain, and they did the same thing in Australia, in England. You know what I'm saying? They released the
Yeah.
motherfuckers in jail and they sent them to the Americas to
Yeah.
conquer. Bro, it's like that's
Exactly.
what I'm saying. Like the only
Yeah.
thing different now is that, you know what I mean? Supposedly there's gonna be a chip in their brain and you're gonna have more control over them. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? That's what I was telling
Man,
you
you,
about. There's things that we can't control. You know what I mean?
man.
And there's
Yeah,
things that
yeah,
we can't control. What we can control, if we want to learn something, we can learn how to make chips. We can learn how to make our own chips. You know what I mean? We can. We can. That's a definite thing we can control. It might take some time. It might not be, you know, that's not what I want to do, but I'm just saying we could do it. So let me finish this video.
Yeah,
Government
go ahead.
spending who wants to put a chip in your brain. We are also getting closer to seeing the sacrifices of the red heifers and the third temple being built. And now we are seeing discussions about an international law being established that could potentially persecute Christians for worshiping Jesus Christ. And not only that, the punishment, the penalty of such mirrors what is written in the book of Revelation. I'm going to end with this. The 7 Noahide laws are said to be something that, quote, will redeem the world. And that is where the proverbial cat gets let out of its proverbial bag. The only thing that could ever or will ever redeem the world is the Jewish Savior, Jesus Christ. And remember, since the 7 Noahide laws are all based in the Old Testament, the people who are pushing them will want to enforce them Old Testament style as well. Think for a moment what that might mean. Eye for an eye, death by stoning, all the good stuff. Now, do you see why we believe that this is all connected to the coming kingdom of the Antichrist? Pray for Israel and for the Jewish people that some might be saved as the spiritual darkness gathers strength and speed.
Hey, man. Shit. What do you call? Like I said, man, if the Bible is really like on that point like that, bro, they would have never gave it to you. That's why they call scriptures. I mean, everybody have a script. They're trying to like it's a movie, bro. And I'm not saying that it's not gonna be real. What's gonna happen, but it's their movie, bro. You know, and they're making it happen. You know, and they just want you to like, here, read along with us and shit. You know, but is it from God, divine? I don't know, bro. I think humans make that shit up, bro. And they're just trying to like, you know, make it come to reality. It's all scripts and shit. But that don't mean it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, though. You know what I mean? They are gonna get down like that.
Like
you know?
I said, you know, to me, it's you know, you're looking at it like Hebrew Israelites. You know what I mean? Like they angling, they looking at the angles and it's true. Like I'm not saying that that's not a valid point. My point is that I really don't care about all that. I just know that this gang is, you know what I mean, coming for people. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, I'm not looking at it like I'm not looking like Hebrew Israelite because I'm just telling you the whole shit is gonna happen. But I'm not looking at it from my belief. Like I don't believe in that shit, bro, like that. But it's still gonna happen, bro. You know what I mean? Because it's their book. They made that shit up. So no, I'm not. I don't agree with you that you think I would look at it like a Hebrew Israelite. Because I don't. I just believe that's their scriptures. That's their movie. They put that shit together thousands of years ago, and this is how it's gonna go. It probably happened already 1,000 years before already. They just keep repeating this shit, bro. You know, we can't ever tell because we can't go back that long and shit. But it's the elites. Who's the elites? Like you say, it's vague to say who it is. But I try to see it more from my like not an Israelite, bro, because I don't see nothing from an Israelite point of view no more, bro. You know what I mean? I just see how it is, bro. How they made that shit up. That's not divine, homie. So you basically what they're saying, they're ready to see Jesus crack the sky. You know what I mean? Like he's about to crack the sky because this shit can't go on forever after they do what they do. They're supposed to be at Jesus and shit, cracking the sky. And let's see, you know what I mean, how that shit, because we got the technology to make that shit crack now, bro. We can put a motherfucker crack the sky right now, bro. You know what I mean? A dude just come out and be like, hey, I'm here. And start talking to everybody and shit. You know, I don't know, bro. I guess we have to see, but that's how I'm looking at not from Hebrew Israelite perspective at all, my bro. I don't do that no more, you know, just to let you know this shit. But go ahead, my bro.
Nah, you know, the reason why I say that, you know, because like, you know, in them channels, you know what I mean? The one that you sent a while back where you got the two brothers arguing about, you know, and they both see the same thing from a different view, you know what I mean? And one saying this, the other one saying
that. Which one was that one? Who was that? You said two brothers?
I don't even remember the names, you feel me? I just
yeah. Yeah, like I said, that's why it was too much for me, bro. That's why I said I don't see nothing that way no more. I just see it the way man made it and shit. That's how I see it. You know what I mean? That's
I
how
watched I watched it because I never seen stuff like that. You know what I mean? I just seen the other
yeah.
dudes on the corner.
Oh, I
You know
know
what I
which
mean?
one you're talking about. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, there's a following on YouTube. You know what I mean? That they had invested in the computers and the microphone and the setup just for that. That you know
Yeah,
what
I
I
seen
mean?
that.
And they read like that was their whole thing. That was like their lane. You know what I mean? Just like in YouTube, you can find pockets of people like like that freestyle rap. You know what I mean? Like, bro, like you got videos. You know what I mean, of these dudes rapping, freestyling, battling. You know what I mean? And people love that. You know what I mean? And they also, you got other pockets of like the gang culture or jail, prison, motherfuckers that just came out and they just start telling stories upon stories upon stories about prison and dude got shanked and dude got beat up and he seen this and he seen that, and people watch that. They love it. You know what I mean?
Like I said, me and you actually agreeing, bro. We agreeing, but we're not realizing that. We agree. I mean, we saying that shit gonna, no matter what you believe, the shit's gonna happen, bro. They doing what is gonna happen, bro. They whether they believe it or not, you know what I mean? Like I don't believe the elites believe this shit, bro. I believe they're making it happen. Like the Rothschilds converting that place into Israel and all that shit, bro. And all that
I
shit, you
mean,
know, with the
my
Balfour
whole
Declaration and all that.
my whole point,
It's like
the reason why I
they're
brought
playing
that up
God. Yeah, yeah.
about the Vatican was, you know, that is ancient things. So my whole point is, why do these people believe what they believe in, bro? Because they don't believe in the Bible. They don't believe in Jesus Christ. So while other people and the Christians or the Hebrew Israelites saying, oh, you know what I mean, the Bible doesn't say that, that's not divine, because that's one thing I didn't agree with that lady. She was saying that, you know, that the Talmud is man-made and that it didn't come from God, but the Bible did. You know what I'm
That's what I'm
saying?
saying. I don't believe it. I don't believe either. I mean, I believe it's old man. You
Okay,
know what I mean? I believe the divine lives in us, bro. In us. It's not in scriptures, it's in
but
us. They gave us that. You know
but
what I
the
mean?
Jews, these so-called Jews, you know, they believe in ancient mysteries. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
because like Egypt used to rule the world, Rome used to, and they had like the ways to do it by, homie. You know what I'm saying? So they want to control the world, so they do it. They just follow after the, you know what I mean? Who used to do it, the predecessors and shit, bro. That's all. And then they got to do it like that because it worked before. It must work again. That's how I look at it. That's just my point of view. I don't know, you know what I mean? I don't want to fuck people's beliefs and shit, but people just
Nah,
want to believe, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how they do it, you know what I mean? That's how they do it, but they just control, bro. And they know, and they want to do mass depopulation anyway, so they're gonna have fun with this shit, you know what I mean? Remember I told you that fucking I was watching the National Geo and shit, bro, and
yeah.
and it was all these buffaloes being chased by two fucking lions,
Yeah.
hundreds of buffaloes, bro, and there was a cliff right there, homie. And then two buffaloes realized, oh, hold on, there's a fucking cliff right there, and there was a bunch of lions wearing at the bottom of the fucking cliff, bro. You know, and those two motherfucking buffaloes realized this is bullshit, homie. We got two little lions fucking chasing hundreds of buffaloes. Let's just turn around and fucking beat this motherfuckers up. But everybody went along with the lions and shit, bro. They believed the lions and shit. So everybody fell off the cliff and even took those two little fucking buffaloes down too, you know? And that's us too. We're those two little buffaloes, bro, that we're gonna go down no matter how much we like, nah, bro, this is all bullshit. It's happening, bro. The rest of these motherfuckers believe that these lions really got the power like that and all that shit. And, you know what I mean?
That's why, you know, the opposite is also true about the video you sent me about the lone wolf. It's much better to be the lone wolf than that mass than that mass jumping off the cliff. You feel me? We don't
as
have
long as
to.
we get brothers like you and I understand. Yeah, that's the only time you can get a good crowd. But yeah, you're right. Like, go ahead,
And that's why true wisdom, bro, it's not one or the other. True wisdom is, you know what I mean? It's doing the correct thing at the correct time for the correct reasons. You know what I mean? It's not jumping the process. You know what I mean? Sometimes it is time to follow the masses. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's, you better, you know what I mean, do you, because, you know, everyone else is lost in the sauce. So, you know, this shit is cyclical. You know, sometimes the Bible says not to kill, but then there's also a time to kill. You know what I mean? So that's where real wisdom comes from. Is like knowing what discernment is. That's what wisdom is discernment. And what is discernment? Is you knowing what is right from wrong and knowing why that's right and why that's wrong. Not guessing, not trying to figure it out. No, you know, like let's say you got 2 gold chains, right? But one is pure gold and the other one is fake gold. If you don't know about gold, you're gonna guess or you're gonna choose wrong. But if you know, let's say you're a jeweler, or you got the testing things, or you just know, you bite into it, whatever. You cannot be fooled because you have discernment. You have discernment.
They try to convince these other motherfuckers, bro. You know what I mean? First, you got to prove to them that you really know this shit. You know, and then you got to go through all this shit. And then, and like you said, they're too distracted. They're not even paying attention, bro. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. We might be those 2 buffaloes, bro. That we're over here. Hey, bro, the whole thing is bullshit. The divine is in you. It's not in the scriptures. It's not in this bullshit, bro. This is just control, dog. Like those 2 lines are controlling your mind right now, telling you keep running, motherfucker, because we're gonna get you. You know what I mean? All you got to do, like I told you, bro, it's the difference between the buffalo and the cow. The cow tries to get tries to get away from the storm and shit. And the buffalo goes through it, bro. Like, fuck you, homie. You ain't gonna make me run. You know what I mean? We got to just face this shit, but a lot of people, you know, you go along with that shit just creates more fear, and you keep like all this. They got they got the power, but who gives them the power? We do, bro. We give them the power. It's only 2 lines, bro. You know, we give them the consent, bro. It's only 2 lines, bro. You know what I mean? But we make 99% of us, bro, and it's only 1% of them, bro. Why is them? They got you through these fucking scriptures and all this shit, bro. This is the fear. This is what the lions use. And now you're going to fall off that cliff because you actually believe this shit. And we over here telling you, bro, they made this shit up. You know what I mean? But they're not going to listen, homie, because, no, hold on. No, Jesus, everything's real. No, bro. God is in you, bro. God don't exist in those scriptures, homie. God is in you, dog. That's one thing I can agree with a lot of motherfuckers out there. They're trying to give you this inner divine thing and shit, bro. It's true. I can't even deny. I used to try to look at him and the scriptures. Nah, bro, fuck out of here, dog. That's why they put the book out there, for you to believe that shit. Even the Egyptologists, motherfuckers, trying to warn you. That's why they gave you. They tell you that the fools, the Kemetic dudes, they be telling you, bro. They took this shit from us because we used to rule the world. And now they want to rule the world just like Egypt did, or Samaria, or whoever, though. You know what I mean? And they're doing it through this shit, bro. But they say the fucking Kemetic people tell you we didn't took it like this. We were spiritual. We took it as spirituality, but we didn't take it as fucking like how they put it to you, like literal and shit. And these Christians and everybody is actually taking this shit literal, and that's why they're gonna fall off the cliff, my brother Romeo. That's all I'm trying to say, you know. But yeah,
so we're, you know. We're gonna leave it on that cliffhanger, you know what I'm saying, for next time. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. And then you know, we're gonna leave it on those wise words. You know, at the end of the day, you know, each one teach one, but we can't force nobody to do anything. We can't force nobody. So, you know, hope that you know, we did some justice. You know, hope we reach somebody. If not, you know, we're speaking to the divine within. You know, because as the title says, as above, so below, as within, so without. I love you, bro. Stay safe out there while you're driving. You know what I mean?
Thanks for having me, bro. And that was some good info, bro. To be honest, all that shit, like I didn't know a lot of that shit about the Vatican and all that shit, bro. Like that deeper shit. I just know the word and serpents and shit. So that was some good stuff. So thanks for having me. And shit, love you too, bro. You know what I mean? You're a good bro, man. You putting it down and shit, man. So
appreciate you, bro. Until next time, peace out.
Stay out, my brother.
Conspiracy theorist by now, it's because, let me tell you, if you are not a conspiracy theorist by now, it's because
you are not intelligent.
Let me tell you, if you are not a conspiracy theorist by now, it's because
you are not intelligent.
Let me tell you, if you are not a conspiracy theorist by now, it's because
you are not intelligent.
They wasn't ready for this back then. They probably not ready for it now. Those that sleep forever gonna be asleep. Those that woke. Yo soy la reencarnación de Tupac Amaru. Wait, what? De Tupac Amaru. Tupac. Yo soy la reencarnación.
reencarnación de Tupac Amaru.
That's lit.
De Tupac Amaru.
Gang, gang.
Each one takes time to succeed. This one is dedicated for the children of the sun. Each one takes time to succeed. This one is dedicated for the children of the sun.
They sold us the illusion of democracy and freedom. Now they worry that my music has the power of healing. Unleashing all the demons fed through TV and through lies. They rule by secrecy, why do you think justice blind?
Each one takes time to succeed. This one is dedicated for the children of the sun. Each one takes time to succeed. This one is dedicated for the children of the sun.
They sold us the illusion of democracy and freedom. Now they worry that my music has the power of healing. Unleashing all the demons fed through TV and through lies. They rule by secrecy, why do you think justice blind?
Each one takes time to succeed. This one is dedicated for the children of the sun. Each one takes time to succeed. This one is dedicated for the children of the sun. Reencarnación de Tupac Amaru.
That's hot.
De Tupac Amaru.
That's hard.
Yo soy la reencarnación de Tupac Amaru.
Too real.
De Tupac Amaru.
I know you've been patiently waiting, miseducated, anxiously aching for a blue eye to say it, but I'ma do you a favor. Unlearn what you've learned, the proof is on fire, let that motherfucker burn. Babylon's on fire,
Babylon's on fire.
the devil's a liar.
The devil's a liar.
They know that they time's up,
They know that they time's up.
so rise up and rise
So
up.
wise up and rise up.
Soy la reencarnación de Tupac Amaru.
That's fire.
De Tupac Amaru.
More fire.
Yo soy la reencarnación de Tupac Amaru.
That's lit.
De Tupac Amaru.
Gang, gang.
Each one takes time to succeed. This one is dedicated for the children of the sun. Each one takes time to succeed. This one is dedicated for the children of the sun.
They sold us the illusion of democracy and freedom. Now they worry that my music has the power of healing. Unleashing all the demons fed through TV and through lies. They rule by secrecy, why do you think justice blind? They sold us the illusion of democracy and freedom. Now they worry that my music has the power of healing. Unleashing all the demons fed through TV and through lies. They rule by secrecy, why do you think justice blind?
Soy la reencarnación de Tupac Amaru.
Hold up.
De Tupac Amaru.
Wait, what?
Yo soy la reencarnación de Tupac Amaru. De Tupac Amaru.
Okay. Okay.
Is there a crisis in the United States when it comes to mental health issues? Absolutely.
This is just a test. Microphone. Hello. Please listen to my demo. This whole world is a ghetto. Or is this world a mental hospital? Or is this world a mental hospital? Insane asylum, crazy house, loony bin. Or is it a prison? This world's a mental hospital. Or is it a plantation? This world's a mental hospital. Or is it a farm? This world's a mental hospital. Or is it a program?
Let me tell you something.
The first law, it's all mental. Prepare for the winter. For survival. And these rifles, we ain't gonna speak about it. If you knew better, then you do better. That there just ain't slick. That there just ain't slick. The frequency and the energy. That's just how we rock. I spit this game, crystal clear. Your distance don't come near. I've been at this social distancing even before I was a teen. Even before it became a thing. We just called it sucker free. My folks just called it sucker free. The streets just called it sucker free. This is just a test. This is just a what? Microphone check 1 2. Microphone check 1 2. Hello, hello, hello. This is just a test. This is just a who? Microphone check 1 2. Microphone check 1 2. Hello, hello, hello. This is just a test. 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 Please listen to my demo. Demo. This whole world is a ghetto. Or is this world a mental hospital?
I'm your host here in Insane Asylum World.
The mental hospital. Or is it a prison?
The whole world's
This
crazy.
world's a mental hospital. Or is it a plantation?
All of us are
This world's a
nuts.
mental hospital. Or is it a farm?
The whole world's
This
crazy.
world's a mental hospital. Or is it a program?
All of us are nuts.
This world's a mental hospital. Or is it a school?
The whole world's
This
crazy.
world's a mental hospital. Or is it a battlefield?
All of us are
This
nuts.
world's a mental hospital. Or is it a hell?
The whole world's crazy.
The only thing that's gonna get you to leave this place is love.